Welcome to Nostalgic Necro, and today in the arena we are playing best of 3 for the very first time on this channel. In fact, it's going to be the very first time that I'm playing best of 3 in arena at all. This will be my first time jumping in with you guys. The truth is, I've never played best of 3 in arena. I played it when I was much younger playing paper Magic, but since I discovered arena, I've always been drawn to best of 1. It is what everyone plays, and so that, I guess, is just what I got drawn into. Everyone else is doing it, so I did that as well. But I have had comments on this channel, and I've seen in other places people saying that best of 3 is the true Magic and best of 1 is more for like amateurs. At the same time, I've heard Dr. Ruckus, who I really respect, saying that in his experience best of 3 is actually less competitive than best of 1, simply because there's less players and therefore you have less competition. So I'm curious to find out for myself, and that's why I wanted to jump into it today. Just as a reminder, this will be my last video before my vacation. I'll be honest, I'm pretty conflicted about it, and it's actually really hard for me to walk away, especially when the channel is doing really well and picking up a lot of momentum. But hey, it is what it is. I'm going to make the most of my vacation. I'll be back in early November and we'll be picking up right where I left off with doing best of 1 and maybe more best of 3 content in the future as well. In terms of where you can get your magic fix while I'm away, of course, my top recommendation will always be Aboji MTG. I really love watching the videos of his channel, and I know that people that are subscribed to this channel, a lot of them already subscribed to Aboji's channel as well. But if you aren't, go check out that channel, and I'll probably be in the comments there as well when I can, commenting, and maybe we can keep interacting there. And also, this would be a good time for you to subscribe to this channel so that when I'm back and I drop that first video, you get that notification. So yeah, if you've been watching the channel, do hit that subscribe button. Now what we're doing today, Dimir Midrange, and the reason I chose this is because I know it's not the most original build. I found this list off Jim Davis's website, and I just took it because I'm comfortable with Dimir Midrange in best of 1, so I thought it would be easy for me to transfer into best of 3 with something I'm already comfortable with. That's why I've gone for this list. And when I look at the list, honestly, nothing too crazy is jumping out at me in terms of best of 3 versus best of 1. We have all the typical stuff, Kaito, Enduring Curiosity. I don't think in best of 1 you would play 4 Preacher of the Schisms, but I suppose in best of 3 it's more grindy and slow, so maybe that card makes sense there. I'm going to discover that for myself today. We also have Tideminder, which is a great sort of way to just stall your opponent that one turn and prevent them from doing something that they want to do, like a activated or triggered ability. And then we have lots of removal. We'll Shoot the Sheriff, Bit of Triumph, we have Tragic Trajectory, we have our typical 1-drops with the Spyglass Siren and the Cecil. We want to get these down early so that we can hopefully ninjutsu Kaito in. We have the Bat for Disruption, and Flood Pit's Drowner is very, very good because whilst opponent could play something that you can't easily interact with, for example something indestructible, but now you can just put that and shuffle it back into the library. So that's a very, very useful card there. Also, if something has a lot of counters on it, like something like an Essence Channeler, you can let the opponent put all their stuff on it and then you just get it back into their library. So that's cool. And then I guess the one other thing in terms of the lands, anything too interesting, I don't know, maybe in best of 1 you don't play so many creature lands. I'm not sure, you probably could, but I think for me personally, when I've seen best of 1 decks, I don't play as many, but that could just be a personal style thing. Now where things get a little bit more interesting is, I think, on the sideboard. This is where I have very, very little experience. It's very hard for me to look at the sideboard and analyze it and tell you if it's the right sideboard or what not. I don't really know, but I can see where it sort of makes sense. You've got a thing like a null, which is counter target artifact or enchantment. So if you're playing a deck that plays lots of artifact or enchantments, in best of 1, it makes no sense to put this into your main board, but in best of 3 you can just sideboard it in if you need it. Same thing, I suppose, with negate. Don't really want this maybe in best of 1 because it could be a dead card. In best of 3 you can bring it in because it's situational. Same thing with Disdainful Stroke. Duress I can see being useful, if you know that your opponent again is playing a lot of non-creatures, just sideboard Duress. Strategic Betrayal is an exile removal spell and also can deal with the graveyard if you're playing with something that has some synergy with the graveyard. So that makes sense to me. Also, the 0-point Ballad makes a lot of sense to me because it's a sweeper, and this deck is not exactly going very, very wide. So it could be that a go wide deck would sort of just get 2 ahead of you, and then maybe you can use this to sweep the board and then restabilize from there, and Withering Torment to take out an enchantment, which, again, maybe you don't want to put this into the main deck because it's otherwise just a very expensive, removal spell for a creature. But if you know your opponents are playing an enchantment, then it could make a lot of sense. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. And as always, I may be the nostalgic necro, but I'm putting my nostalgia aside because I've been curious about best of 3 and it's almost my vacation. I said I really want to challenge myself to do something new. So I'm jumping into best of 3 with you guys. Let's find out how it goes in the arena today. Okay, best of 3. It's been a long time coming. I've actually never... I think you always play first, right? I've never played best of 3 on Arena, believe it or not. Played it only when I was younger in Paper Magic. On Arena, I've always just gravitated to best of 1 because, I don't know, it's just where I landed when I started playing. Let's see how this best of 3 format treats us. How different it is. Of course, I'm not gone for anything too original here. I actually don't know. I just found this list off Jim Davis. And I like Dimir Midrange, Preacher. Okay, so this seems pretty familiar so far. Mono white Lifegain. Do they have any tools that I don't know about that are used in best of 1 but not in best of 3? That's going to be interesting. Whenever another creature you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. That seems pretty bad. As long as this creature has 3 more counters in it, as flying and is a knight. I think I'd rather just kill this now so I can get down the Preacher of the Schism. Otherwise we could Floodpits Drowner, but then we got to spend the whole turn getting rid of it. I think I'd rather just have Preacher here. Next turn we can bat and hold up the Drowner. And I can't attack through this right now. They go for this card. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, search your library for a basic Plains card, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. I think I'm happy to attack here. Let's see if opponent wants to put everything behind this. I think they'll just take the damage, right? We can go for another Preacher, but I kind of like the ability to try and deal with their board states. Let's do that. Okay, it's not Lifegain. What is this? Destroy target enchantment, Elspeth. Kind of far away. I'm going to try win before that. Maze Mine Term. Oh boy, I don't know what to take here. I don't know what to take there. Maybe I should have taken the Maze Mine Term. Find out, find out. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking there. So this, when this creature enters, tap target creature and opponent controls. So opponent saddles. We'll take this opportunity to tap it, right? And can attack with this Vanguard. We don't need to block. Okay, we can attack with everything for starters. Create another 1/1. Play this land. I think we've got to get rid of this, right? We don't want them to find lands. I think we have to do this. And go for another Preacher here. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. Once each turn, you may cast a creature spell with tower 2 less from the top of your library. What is this? Beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If an artifact or creature card, you may reveal it. Ooh, baby, Enduring Curiosity. That's pretty nice. Let's draw lots of cards here. Nothing here has reach or anything. Ooh, no, they can... Ooh, they can take out the Enduring Curiosity. Okay, but it's fine because it's destroy. Okay, it's destroyed. So we still get the card draw, right? So I'm just attacking with everything because I want to maximize my card draw. Okay, so they can destroy this, but it comes back because this is not an exile effect. Right. Okay, didn't do that. Draw lots of cards here. Pretty happy with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my word, that's not the best hits though. Go for lots of these. Try to apply as much pressure as possible next turn. Create a map. We can also just map up here. Try find removal. What's more important, that or pushing damage? Let's push damage. They're on 7 life here. We can just push damage. We can maybe win next turn. We can, if these map tokens make everything bigger. Top card of your library. Okay, I've never seen this card. So we've got 4 mana now. 5 mana. Oh my word. How did that happen so quickly? Now they can play this Elspeth. That's problematic. They don't go for Elspeth. Interesting. They could have played Elspeth, right? They can gain 3 life. I missed something there. I don't know how they got so much land. This thing somehow? Okay, opponent scoops. Oof, nice to start with a win there. My first game ever in best of 3. But as we know in this format, that is only the beginning. Okay. So I guess we want anything that counters creatures. We don't have anything like this. Okay, this is where I have very little experience. So let's just think here. The 0-point ballad seems very relevant because it can take out a lot of their stuff. Oh, there's a timer as well. Oof, you got to be quick. So, okay, I think also this is pretty good. Okay, how does this work? So I got to do this, and then I got to remove stuff. I don't know what to take out. I like all my stuff. Removal. Oh boy, I have little experience here. I'm gonna add one of these and one of these ballads, and maybe cut out one of you. I just feel like having sweepers against them is really good. The sweepers are pretty good. The Fabloom trick is good. Is the Tidebinder good against them? Not really. You can prevent one thing from happening. I think bouncing their stuff is better. I'm going to just try this. Very interesting. So now there's another game. That's how it works. I mean, it certainly creates a different dynamic. You win that first game, but you're like, well, haven't won anything yet. Opponent goes first. We have lots of removal, and we need to draw 1 land. We have no blue, but all our stuff is black anyways. I think we can keep this. I mean, removal is king against them, right? Now, obviously, I'm not too familiar with what they would mulligan in for themselves, you know, because in the same way that we're mulliganing to put stuff in our library to deal with their threats, they're going to be doing the same thing to us. So I guess that is an example. So we just shoot the sheriff, right? Because we can only take out a non-outlaw, so maybe we will find something more relevant. Okay. I think we kill this while we can and just get down the Siren. Map it up. Do we use the token? Oof, if we... The token's a way for us to get this tragic trajectory to kill, to be voided, but I also want to hit my lands and stuff like that. I think it's okay. I hope that's fine. Opponent doesn't hit land. Oh, shame for them. Let's get this down. I could have brought this tapped, whoops. And also should have attacked first, whoops. Yeah, so now that Preacher's down, it does apply pressure on them. And hopefully from this point on, we can kind of go slightly into more defensive mode with our removal. Try to disrupt them next turn. Ah, they've got Get Lost. Okay. So again, I'm learning what they mulligan in. So clearly they felt that that was a good thing for them. Okay, opponents having some problems here. Okay, now that we know they play Get Lost, let's bat up first. I don't want to throw this Preach into another Get Lost, you know? We need that to survive. Okay, so they Get Lost the bats. Sheltered by Ghosts, split up. Ooh, they put in a lot of stuff to deal with our board states. Okay. We need the bit of triumph for this Elspeth, I guess. Land again. I don't want so much land. Keep the bit of triumph. Removal is very good against them. Okay, they're gonna hit the Enduring Innocence here. So we could try bait them into the Sheltered by Ghosts. I'm okay with that. Yeah, let's do that. I think we'll still keep all this removal. It's not exile though, which is a problem. Okay, so we'll try bait them into Sheltered by Ghosts here. I mean, they know about a bit of triumph. Whoops, they obviously won't do that. So I guess they'll go for split up, right? Maybe I'm holding up a bit too much removal here. Opponent goes for split up. Destroy all tapped creatures. Okay. So shoot the Sheriff here. No, we'll just take 2 and power up the Soulstone. No, we'll kill this and then power up the Soulstone on our turn. Because we have 4 mana. Or we just actually wait. Yeah, hold on. Wait, no, we'll just get Preacher down, right? Preacher is better to just get down here. Get this down tapped. Hope that the opponent doesn't draw a creature. Lots of removal in hand. We need this not to die. We're going to be a bit stuck if the Preacher gets taken out somehow here, because we don't really have any other follow-up. They play this. Okay. Land's not ideally what we want to see here. Create, we draw a card, I mean, sorry. I've already played land for turn. Damn, I wish I'd played this. Whoops, it's kind of a mistake. I don't get what this thing. Okay, that's fine. We can play Elspeth, but we will kill Elspeth. Raise the Past. Oh boy. Okay. That certainly made things a little bit interesting. Sheltered by Ghosts, can't target anything. But Elspeth, we have 3 bitter triumphs, so it's okay. This thing does what? Bloodbird's Drown is excellent. So we Tragic Trajectory you. They can create they can sack it for food. Gotta remember that. We will pay 3 life to kill you. And we will attack here. Can power up the sanctuary at the end of our turn if we need to. Okay, they sack it for food to gain 2 life. So next turn we can present lethal with the Soulstone Sanctuary. Got this Floodpits Drowner. I think they're going to have to play the Elspeth here. Okay, that can create chump blockers. I don't love seeing that.
I light the path to victory.
Okay, creates 2 1/1s. They can't hit us with Sheltered by Ghosts because we still have this removal up, so they know they can't do that. They go for it anyways. We will pay 3 life to kill you. I guess they're doing it because they don't know we have another one. Okay, so I think we just Floodpits Drown and then it's 5, 6, 7. Tap this down. Play this. I'm not missing anything, am I? I'm not missing. Right. 5, 6, 7. Oh, baby. Okay, first game in best of 3. Starts with a win. That is a good omen. Obviously, I think I'm playing one of the best decks in best of 3, so maybe that's part of the reason why. But hey, I was pretty nervous to just jump into this new format that I didn't know. So this definitely gives me some confidence. Okay, well, it was certainly cool to start with a win in best of 3. Long may it continue. This time the opponent will go first. No hand smoothing algorithm in best of 3 as well. Got to be aware of that. I think this is a good hand. Got lands, got early interaction. Restless Reef. Very powerful card. It might be the mirror. Looks like it is the mirror. We assume that it is the mirror. What do we want to do here? Probably just bat up. Try disrupt whatever game plan they have. Oh boy, opponents kept a very awkward hand here. Guess we'll take one of these and try hold up removal for the next one. Or we can actually try to... Yeah, I think our goal... Ooh, that's nice. I think we will try to bait them into using the enduring, like playing it now, and then we can Floodpits Drowner it. Opponent does not. Okay. Did I miss a trick there? Okay, so they're gonna bring it down now. And we want to get rid of this thing forever. Don't know if they play counter spells here. One plays Fountain Port. They got some very powerful lands on the field. Opponent doesn't attack. Not really sure why. Why didn't they attack with that though? What card are they worried about that we have that they don't want to attack with? Okay, they got a Floodpits Drowner of their own. And they want to stun it. Oh right, because then we can't... Oof, clever by the opponent. Now we can't Get rid of their enduring curiosity. Oof. Nice. Didn't really think of that into action. So I think we just take you out. And just ninjutsu. But then if we ninjutsu Kaito, oof. I think we just, no. I think we'll just do this. And this. And try to sort of get ahead this way. Attack here. Okay, so we got a good board state, but we can't allow this Enduring Curiosity to draw them cards. We have to keep it tapped. Fabled Passage. Let's just think we need 3 mana to ninjutsu Kaito. Pretty sure we're gonna have enough lands here. Another Preacher, very powerful card. I don't think we say no to Preacher. So now we attack here. Happy to attack with this if the opponent wants to sack their land for it. I think that's okay. Can't attack with this. Pick up that Preacher. Does opponent have any tricks? Okay, they go for the Fountain Port. They want to create a 1/1. And they block. They don't block. Opponent's certainly playing in a very interesting way. Opponent scoops. Okay, I was going to ninjutsu Kaito, tap down this Enduring Curiosity. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, what do we need against them? So we're on the play on this next game. Let's just remember that. Do we have Duress? What's actually? I actually don't know what the right card is here. This could kill the Enduring Innocence. Damn, I really am not experienced with this component yet. I'm almost like have like this brain rot. Like I can't think. I'm like, what do I do? Okay, I think. Is this good against them? Duress? Is Duress good against them? I think Duress might be good against them. But what do you want to take out? Man, oh boy, I'm pretty stuck here. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I've got so little experience here. Okay, Tragic Trajectory is good. All this removal is good. We are on the play, so we can afford to be aggressive. I would like to have some counters, though. I'm going to put 2 negates in. This is very good. Bit of Triumph is good. We need this for Kaito. This kills their little creatures. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just doing this. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to get better at my sideboarding. I'm so out of practice with that. That's crazy. Okay, we are on the play. Let's see. Maybe I can learn something from what the opponent sideboards. I assume that they will be, you know, having more experience in that regard than me. So I don't know. Is negate good against them? Probably. I felt like it might be useful. Doesn't really counters the. It's probably not the best card. Okay, I'll learn from what the opponent does. Okay, what's going on here? What is going on? Yeah, I think maybe Spell Pierce would be good because that can counter an early Kaito or an early Enduring Innocence. Okay, waiting for opponent here. Yeah, I do regret playing this negate. It doesn't really deal with their stuff. The Kaito they generally try to ninjutsu in. I don't actually think it's that useful. Okay, as opponent, do people rope like this in best of 3? I don't know. how it works. No, opponent's still here. I was thinking, like, I don't think people rope in best of 3 like this because there's the whole game to play. Okay, let's see if this change makes sense. I kind of regret it, actually. We will find out soon. Okay, opponent's thinking here. Not sure why, but the opponent's playing very, very slowly. I don't know if it's intentional, if they're stuck with a bad connection, because they played this land, right? So they are sticking around. Okay, opponent did nothing. Not sure what that means. I don't know if that means that they've roped here. I think we'll try to map up here. See if the opponent comes back. Okay, I think the opponent was just roping there. Kind of sad, but hey, I'll take my second win in best of 3. That's pretty cool. And I don't think I made the best sideboard changes, so I'm kind of relieved that I didn't get to discover how bad they were. I need to think and maybe watch some other videos of best of 3 players to see how they think about sideboarding a bit more. I'm currently pretty uncomfortable with that. Okay, one more game here with best of 3. See how it goes. The opponent is going to choose whether to play first or second. I assume it's exactly the same. Everyone always wants to go first, right? Opponent goes first. 5 lands. Do you keep a 5 lander in best of 3? Don't think so, right? I think you mull a 5 lander. Get rid of 1 Enduring Curiosity. Try to get this Kaito going. Need a turn 2 play here. Okay, let's see how game number 3 goes. I think opponent's here. Waiting for opponent to make the first move. What's up with best of 3? Why do people not play? Is this like a common thing in best of 3? Hello? Oh, okay. There we go. Opponent's playing black-white. Orzhov. This is a different art. Yeah, this is a different art. Yeah, I'm not used to this art. Okay, well, at least we have something to do on turn 2 because we drew the second Siren, and that gives us a good chance to Kaito in. Yeah, I don't know. Do people like it when other people play Dimir Midrange in best of 3? Is that sort of like the like mono red aggro of best of 1? Like if you play that, you're the, you know, you're not doing things right, something like that. Because I do feel like this is probably the most popular deck, if I'm not mistaken, or one of the most popular decks. Another land. I mean, it's good that we have all this land, but it would be nice to draw some way. I mean, we really want to get ninjutsu this Kaito in, basically, is what I'm thinking. Opponent could have something like Get Lost. Okay, they're a Ketramose deck. Interesting. Ketramose in best of 3. I don't really know what to make of that. So I'm expecting the opponent may have removal. So I'm a little bit nervous about getting this Kaito down, but I think it's still worth it. At the very least, we'll, you know, pick this up again. We get more fuel, and we can surveil and stuff like that. Preacher.
My eyes are as sharp as my sword.
I think you keep Preachers. One of our best cards. This deck is probably playing Sweepers. I'm guessing. I mean, we can't allow this Ketramose to come online. That's for sure. Let's see if opponent has the Get Lost. They have the Archenemy's Charm. Okay, so Ketramose gets closer to that very scary place. So, I think we're going for Spyglass Siren and get a map and then get this Preacher down. Next turn, try to flash in the Enduring Curiosity and draw lots of cards. Obviously, we're hoping the opponent does not have removal here, or a sweeper. But I just play right into a sweeper without thinking about it. Opponent the ends it. Wow. Well, at least they didn't the end the Enduring Curiosity. That's... I guess I'd rather if they have to the end something, rather the end the Preacher. I would really like my Enduring Curiosity to stick around here. 6. Ooh, boy, this Ketramose is very scary now. Very scary indeed. Shoot the Sheriff. We have no way of dealing with Ketramose. We do have Strategic Betrayal on the sideboard. I think we have to do this. Obviously, if the opponent has a sweeper, we're pretty cooked here. But my hope is that maybe they don't. And then we can try and blitz them from here. Because I think if this game goes much longer, they will get this Ketramose online and we're going to be in trouble. Archenemy's Charm. Oh boy, and now Ketramose is online and we are in trouble. Huge, huge trouble. Opponent has done very well here. Okay, I think in this case, sideboarding it makes a lot more sense. We don't need all this kind of removal because Ketramose doesn't die to this stuff. So we can get rid of all this stuff and maybe put in the thing that kills enchantments and stuff like that. Okay, they go for the Knight here. Do you just scoop in this position? I'm trying to think if we have any way of dealing with this situation. Bit of Triumph. Why did I keep that? I don't need Bit of Triumph. Bit of Triumph is useless against them. I think I'm kind of ready to scoop here. Let's see. We'll take one more turn here. Don't like what's happening though. We have no way of dealing with this Ketramose. Opponent's got 6 cards in hand. I'm assuming that they're going to have a sweeper. And then we got nothing. Let's see if that sweeper comes down. Elspeth's Stormslayer. Oh, and we burned the Bit of Triumph. Okay. It's, I think we can scoop at this point. I don't think we are going to do well here. Let's see if we got answers. We have answers. So I think this stays because we know they play Elspeth. This is useless. Oh, wait. The bat's not useless. What happened to the bat? Oh, the bat's still here. Wait, I thought I cut that out. Okay, so that's... We don't need those things. We need the Strategic Betrayals. We want you to take out the Seamrip. And let's just think here. Counter. Counter. I think we want all our counters. Right? Duress is also pretty good. Take out stuff from their hand. But then what do I take out? The Floodpits Drowner can tap the... oh boy. Floodpits Drowner can put Ketramose back into their library, so I quite like that. Okay, maybe there's just too many counters here. I think we have to have this. Bit of Triumph we need, but maybe we can just focus on countering it. We'll go for one of you. Tidebinders. Tidebinder good here. I don't think Tidebinder's that great. Maybe something like this. So we have Annul, counter target artifact or enchantment. I'd rather have Negate, to be honest, than that. Duress can take out stuff. Disdainful Stroke can take out a lot of stuff from their library, I think. This deals with Ketramose, but it also exiles the graveyard, so it powers up Ketramose. It's not ideal. Okay, well, I'm going to try this. Again, the sideboarding I'm certainly not that comfortable with at this moment in time. Hopefully I will improve on that with practice. Please tell me in the comments and stuff what I should be sideboarding. I don't actually know necessarily what the best thing is to sideboard in this deck. Okay, we'll start with you to fetch black. We go for duress. We get to take our Kaito. That's pretty bad. Not great for us right here. Go for black. Enduring Curiosity is pretty nice. Go for the bat play. Opponent has lots of removal. I think we take you because we want them to use this arch enemy's charm on the bat, not on the Enduring Curiosity. I think that's okay. Opponent plays a tapped land. I guess that was actually a mistake, right? Another land here. So now they get to kill the Preacher. Okay, I kind of regret that actually. I should have taken this so that they'd have to use the Star Cage to take out the bat, but not then they wouldn't have been able to kill the Preacher. Kind of regret that now. Okay, they kill our very lovely Preacher. Exile it, not just kill it. Oh no! I played the wrong land there. That is terrible. We'll try to rectify that scenario. We'll try to get the Soulstone Sanctuary online and attack next turn. Exile target. Another Ketramose. Exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. Duress takes out nothing, thankfully. Power 4 or greater. Land. Definitely play you so we get access to this double blue. So we have a choice to make here. If we go for this, they get to exile an extra thing, but we draw 2 cards. I think that's worth it, right? They will exile something, which means that Ketramose comes closer to being online. But I think 2 cards is very good. Not if they're lands, though, but I think the idea was hopefully the right idea. I think the opponent will have to exercise the Enduring Curiosity. So they get it closer to their goal here, and unfortunately we hit really badly. That was the problem. We needed to get good hits with that Enduring Curiosity to make that gamble pay off. We draw another land. Okay, I think this is just not going to be our game here, unfortunately. Go for Soulstone. I mean, we'll try blitz them, but don't love our situation here. It's pretty bad. I mean, just drawing 3 lands in a row of the Curiosity double draw and drawing a card now is terrible. Okay, we'll go for this. Obviously, we're hoping the opponent doesn't have a sweeper. Go for the full attack here. Opponent could power up their Sanctuary. That's fine. Okay, so we go 1 for 1 here. I think we still go for this, and as much as I am worried about a sweep, I don't think we can play around it too much. I think we just have to be aggressive and attack here. Now, can we please not draw a land? We draw another land. Wow. Okay, well, we're just doing the only thing we can right now, which is attack all in. Opponent will have to power up the Sanctuary, I think, to block. Opponent takes the damage. Why? Okay. But they did it too late. Oh, I think opponent made a mistake there. They went to damage too early. Okay. Okay, so wait, did any of the changes that I make even come into play? Not really. I still think negate would have been nice. The disdainful stroke might have been nice. Counter. Do they play a lot of 4 mana stuff? I actually don't even know. Maybe negate's just better here. It's a better counter spell against them. Negate or disdainful stroke. I think they don't really have many creatures, right? So they just go for negate. We still want this to take out their Elspeth, but I think 2 is enough. Duress can hit their hand early. Betrayal is the only way we can actually exile Ketramose for good. This lets us destroy an enchantment in case something is under exile, like with the Seam Rip. Okay. Let's try again. 1-1, an opponent will go first. Oof. Waiting for your opponent. Maybe opponent will decide not to go first. Opponent will go first and we have 1 land. Oh, no hand smoothing algorithm for us. Certainly very brutal. So that's pretty rough. We'll mull for sure. Keep 6 here. Okay, we either ditch Kaito or the Enduring Curiosity. I guess we ditch the Enduring Curiosity just because it's the most expensive. Try to go turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, something like that. Apparently we only have blue. I just realized that. We only have blue. Only have blue, so we can't play Cecil. Damn. That is pretty sad, actually. Yeah, I don't think you mull that though, do you? Do you mull that? Unholy Annex? Oof, boy. Well, we do actually have the Withering Torment for that. So, do we go for Floodpit's Drowner and get Kaito down? Or do we just Withering Torment the Annex? I think I'm happy to get a creature down either way. Oh, we don't have black. Okay, now we have black. Okay, so we pay 2. So the question is, do you let them have Annex 1 turn so that you can get down Kaito? Oh boy, this is so much damage. It's like 8 damage though. I mean, there's a very good chance they have removal for Kaito. I'm gonna do it. I like Kaito. I'm willing to give them 1 turn with Annex here so we can try get a hit as well. Maybe I'll regret this.
I learned something that you didn't expect to see me.
We keep hitting our land drops. This is nice.
I know your weakness.
But I think I just want to hit land right now. Okay. Does the opponent have the get lost? Sort of the gamble I was taking is that they don't have a way of killing Kaito. That we can get some value out of it throughout the game. Opponent decides to... Oh, clever, clever. Okay, pretty clever play there actually. So now we got more land here. I think we're taking out the... As scary as this is, we're taking out this Annex, right? We can't let them have it. We can also just try kill their stuff. And just let the Annex drain them out. How good is that of an idea? Because taking 8 damage with for the Annex, 7 for the Annex is quite a lot. I think you just take out this Annex though. Oh right, it's not the whole, okay. I thought it was, I think it's because only 1 room is unlocked, so... Tap you down just to protect Kaito. And get down the Cecil. I thought it was the full 7, I think it's only 3 because only 1 side was unlocked, something like that. Okay, this Floodpit's Drown is very useful potentially. We got Kaito and Cecil. Cecil is close to flipping. If there was a way for us to deal ourselves damage, for example, with the Watery Grave, we could get Cecil online earlier. Strategic Betrayal. pretty bad because that means if they have Kaito... So this Flatfoot's Drowner is crucial. Okay, now we got this to ping ourselves to 2, but they already killed our creature. So I think we play you. Just do this. Draw and Surveil. Enduring Curiosity is fantastic. I think we'll go for Preacher though. Hold up this Floodpit's Drown in case Ketramose comes down. I do want to hold this for Ketramose. We can't allow an online Ketramose. That is crucial. This is currently our only answer in hand to that, so we're just going to hold this as long as we can. They do go for Ketramose. Oh, it's not online? Oh, it's not even online. Why did I think it's online? I thought the Strategic Betrayal would have brought it online here. Okay, our situation is looking a lot better now. So, let's start with Duress. See if they have a sweeper or something like that. They have the End Arch Enemy's Charm. Okay, Pinnacle I don't care about. Guess we take the End. They have a second Ketramose. Well, Ketramose isn't even online, so I think we're just going to go for the draw here. Ketramose is only on 3. Yeah, I think we can just do this. Be as aggressive as possible here. Draw many cards. Maybe we can hit like a... Do we have any one-mana counters? No, but we hit Duress, so that's pretty good too. Duress. So we take out the Arch Enemy's Charm here. And... Surveil and draw, I guess. Bit of Triumph is pretty good.
Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
In case they have like a creature or try to power up something like this as a defender. I think that's cool. What trick has opponent got ya? Pinnacle Starcage. It's only to 5. Opponent's going to have to exile 2 things. We got a very strong board state here. I don't think they can do it. And we get the win. Oh man, best of 3, man. Easy peasy. Easy peasy stuff. Why was I so nervous jumping into best of 3? But no, on a serious note, yeah, this was actually really, really cool. The fact that the games, like you actually have to like sideboard and think about what your opponent's doing is interesting. I'm clearly not very competent yet at sideboarding. So if you've got any sideboard tips for me, just in general, please tell me so that I can improve on that. Yeah, best of 3 is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, certainly less aggressive than best of 1. And I also know I am playing one of the most powerful decks, so I am aware of that. And obviously that gives me a huge advantage against maybe other people that are doing stuff that's a bit more experimental. But I did want to jump in with something strong just so that I could get a feel for it and actually learn something. And also I'm pretty comfortable with Dimir Midrange and best of 1. So I thought it would be good for me to transfer that knowledge to best of 3. And I had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I'm sure we'll do best of 3 again on this channel. Welcome back. I put my nostalgia aside because I wanted to try out best of 3 for the very first time. And I found it very interesting. It was a very sort of fresh experience. I was certainly taken aback by certain things. So for example, in that first game, initially opponent played that Vanguard, I think it was, and I was like, okay, I know what I'm up against. I've seen this 100 times before. It's just mono white Lifegain. And then as the game went on, I was like, oh, is this mono white Lifegain? And then I was like, it is mono white Lifegain, but it's a different type of mono white Lifegain. And I'm not actually sure if that's the typical mono white Lifegain in best of 3, or if that is an altered version that opponent was just sort of tampering and tweaking. Obviously, what I do know is very different from the mono white Lifegain that you would see typically in best of 1. So, you know, that took some getting used to. Obviously, I was playing Dimir Midrange, which is very, very strong. I believe that this is one of the strongest decks in best of 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I almost feel like this is the mono red of best of 3. People will probably really love to hate this deck, and it's almost like, oh, why is everyone playing this? Why can't they play something else? I'm so sick of running into this. I think that's probably how it's going, because from what I can tell, this is the most powerful and popular build in best of 3. So of course, maybe in the future I'd like to do something more creative, but like I said, I did want to jump in with something that was familiar to me for the very first time, and I did feel like, you know, to a large extent I did know how to navigate this deck based on my best of 1 experience. But the place where I struggled the most clearly was the sideboarding. Man, it's really, really tough, and I had very little experience with it. There's also the timer that ticks down. You don't have as much time as you want to sideboard. You kind of have to make decisions quick. And what I realized is that in a lot of games, I knew what I wanted to put in. I was like, I want this, I want this, I want this. These are all very good cards. But then the hard part was figuring out what to take out, because now all of a sudden you got a 64 or 65 card deck and you need to take stuff out, and can be very, very difficult to lose these things that are also very good. In some games, I think it's pretty obvious, like for example in that Ketramose build, why would you need Shoot the Sheriff? I put in Strategic Betrayal because my thinking was, even though it exiles the graveyard, it also exiles a creature, so it could actually kill Ketramose. One thing I actually forgot is that we do have the Tragic Trajectory, which is another way of killing Ketramose. So maybe actually in that first game, had I just held out a bit longer, I could have found this and maybe taken out Ketramose. I kind of forgot about this card in the deck. But yeah, I think in general, sideboarding is where obviously I need to get experience. First of all, constructing my own sideboards would be a challenge for me because I don't exactly know the meta so well, but then also just making sideboarding decisions in game. So yeah, that was fun and interesting, and I definitely want to get better at that and maybe play more best of 3 on this channel in the future. I certainly had a positive impression of it, and it definitely gives a fresh experience. You know, sometimes best of 1 maybe is getting a little bit stale. We can do some best of 3 content as well. But that will be the gameplay for today, and I do hope you enjoyed it. And remember, I'm going to be on vacation now, so there won't be content for a while. But if you did enjoy this video, do stay tuned and consider subscribing, because there's going to be more un-nostalgic Necro coming soon.